Hello there. I am going to read this article from standingbeforegodblog.wordpress.com. The Lie of Multiculturalism. Now, I'm going to read through this and I'm going to add a little bit of an amendment at the end to kind of clarify my position on this, because this article is meant to basically say the major points as negatives for multiculturalism without really qualifying anything. And so that's why I've written as I have done in this article. So let me read it out and then explain more. Multiculturalism is a lie that says no culture has anything objectively better than any other culture. The lie of multiculturalism aims at destroying all that is unique about every culture, restricting human experience to a sad fraction of what we are made to enjoy, lest people be accused of appropriating another culture other than their own, and crushing the human spirit. Multiculturalism in the mainstream intends to keep people ignorant, not only of the faults of cultures, which would be bad enough, but also of their successes, achievements, and joys. Multiculturalism, like the caste system, paints people into the corner where they happen to have been born, says Thomas Sowell. It restricts people to the confines of the continent, country, village, traditions, literally anything in which they or their parents came from. Jesus, when he returns, will put an end to the lie of multiculturalism once and for all. All the beauties he intended human beings to make and enjoy will be made perfect in his glorified people, and will be enjoyed by them in the light of the central glorious beauty of God himself. God and God alone will unite redeemed humanity, and in him they will all rejoice together. So enjoy with your whole heart this video of 10,000 multi-generational Japanese people play Beethoven's Symphony No. 9. And I really do encourage you to watch that. It's a great video, about 17 minutes long. Absolutely splendid to hear that many people singing along to that Symphony No. 9 being played. Also a link there to my new multiculturalism page, where it's kind of like a backing up of what I say in my article, with just a few videos and a few quotes, mainly from Thomas Sowell, Mark Stein, and others. And I will add to this and hopefully come out with some pages that are like it as we go along, just kind of to help define terms, help Christians think through how Christians should approach these. Now, I said I was going to add an amendment to what I've said in this article, and that is to say this. Not everyone who is involved in a multicultural position, let's say in college or something, is a resident assistant, a multicultural resident assistant, which basically means that their role is to help others who come from different backgrounds, different languages, to help them integrate into the community, the college, wherever they are. Okay, I'm not saying that everybody who's in a position like that is going to hold to multiculturalism as I outline it here, or as it's defined in the mainstream. In fact, I know the exact opposite. I have friends very close to me who have been, in that specific example, multicultural resident assistants at colleges, and hold very strongly that multiculturalism in the mainstream definition is not the way to go, and many others who wouldn't agree with multiculturalism as it's defined, say by Thomas Sowell here, in the various definitions. So let me just read this. The multicultural vision, multiculturalism, involves more than a simple recognition of differences in cultures among different groups. It is an insistence a priori that the effects of these differences are on net balance positive, and that the particular cultures found among less fortunate groups are not to be blamed for disparities in income, education, crime rates, or family disintegration, lest observers be found guilty of blaming the victim instead of indicting society. Given that premise, it is consistent for multiculturalists to decry educators who sought to get black youngsters to speak standard English, or to force Hispanic students to speak English rather than Spanish in school. More generally, trying to get minority groups to articulate acculturate, sorry, to the social, linguistic, and other norms of larger society around them has been viewed negatively by multiculturalists as a form of cultural empiricism. And so this applies to languages and everything else. Basically, it's bad to have any integration whatsoever. It's wrong for a culture to look at another culture and say, well, that's useful, I'm going to take that, and hey, here's something I've made that's useful, you can take this. Multiculturalism says that's wrong. Multiculturalism says all cultures are equal and all are equally valid, and therefore crossover, no. We don't do that, along with many other things. And so as an amendment, I want to add a qualification. Not everyone who holds to multiculturalism, even says, yes, I support multiculturalism, is going to agree with all of its premises. And this is something that we need to be very, very cautious of when it comes to issues like this and to definitions like this. That the definitions have shifted. They're changing. They're constantly changing. That the people that we have to deal with who are promoting multiculturalism in its standard, in its academic, in its mainstream definition, change. They evolve with the times, and they have positions, and they gradually shift the definitions and the meaning of words, and the way cultures and people in them understand their definitions and what they're intending to say. And so we need to be careful not to condemn everybody who says, I'm a proponent of multiculturalism. What this article and what my pages on multiculturalism and other issues will intend to be, what I intend them to be, are educational tools to say this is what multiculturalism, what some people in the mainstream academia define these terms. And we need to understand them from a biblical perspective. We need to understand what they truly are. And we need to say, okay, well, we don't agree with this. Yes, we thought that they meant this, and that's not wrong, but we don't agree with it as it is in the mainstream, as it is in the academia. And so hopefully articles and pages like this will help us think through together issues, definitions, important subjects like this that go to the heart of Western civilization, truly. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was a needed and good clarification, and hope I didn't step on too many people's toes with this post, but I believe these are important issues. Okay, bye for now.